Hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Mike.
And Tyler, and this football video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company, currently open again for indoor dining.
It is Long Beach Poly hosting Compton. It is the 125th anniversary homecoming for the Jackrabbits as they've got their international ambassadors, the choir, the marching band, the drum line, all joining the cheerleaders for this significant game. Tyler, we're fired up for this one. This is important history in the city of Long Beach.
Yeah, after the year we've been through, the homecomings just hit a little different this year. Action on the field, though, a big and talented Poly roster going to go in and try to lock down the vaunted double-wing Compton offense. And in the early going, the Tar Babes got to Poly quarterback Shea Kuykendall on the opening drive as they're going to swarm him and drop him for the sack.
Then Jaden Bridges, ATL. I mean, this is the speed back running with that kind of contact. Where do you see the power back, Tyler?
Yeah, they chose violence on this day, Mike. Poly not shying away from contact as Jordan Riles sticks his nose in there. Then Devin Samples going to cap Poly's first drive as he gets free samples in for a touchdown and even lowers his head into the end zone. Jackrabbits came hungry.
Poly goes up 7-0 early on in this game. The defense obviously just as eager to make a statement, and they were clamping down from the get-go. Ike Mikaele, the repo man, just a sophomore, but already sticking his nose in there making plays, and then David Bacalar, Wendell Moe, and Donovan Poe. I mean, pretty much the entire defensive line in on some of these plays.
Yeah, those guys are just tough to keep at bay for any offense. Brian Parham gonna get his nose to the ball on this fumble, scoop it, and he's trying to score it, Mike, but unfortunately for Parham, they're gonna say that he stepped out of bounds and bring this one back. But just another big playmaker on that Jackrabbit defense, the San Jose State signee.
And then Kuykendall is looking for big play Keontae Lanier, the New Mexico signee, and he's going to find him. He makes a guy miss, almost makes another guy miss. 8-ball brought down. It's going to set up an easy touchdown for Jaden Bridges. I think that's the Gerald Desmond Bridge, about 8 lanes wide into the end zone.
BuildTheGDBridge.com, Mike. Fourth down conversion here from Dion Johnson as the Tar Babes start to get some traction and move into Jackrabbit territory. But a bad snap here, and David Bacalar is going to scoop it and score it. No one's going to tackle him except when he gets to the end zone, and then he's going to get a little friendly fire. But great to see Bacalar out here as Poe takes him down.
Well, Donovan Poe's great at tackling people, so, there's no shame in that. These moments are so important because Bacalar's a senior. He was injured earlier in the season, didn't think he was going to be back on the field. So to get to see him score a play, that's huge for him. And then on defense, Lamar Black says respect the specs. And Michael Fasili, I mean, you just don't usually see D linemen having this kind of fun playing against the double wing.
And really, as a running back, this just doesn't look fun. I mean, just getting bent around and slammed, that Poly defense has been impressive just all season long. On offense, slip screen to Lanier as he works his way. He was definitely a focal point for the offense. Then the highlight grab here. Oh, all I need is one as he reaches out and gets it. Great play by Tay for the touchdown.
Then as he's coming off the field, you're going to see him pull the sleeve down so you can see the ink. Lanier's father is a legendary Long Beach dude, passed away during this football season. He's got some ink to commemorate him. He says, "Long live my pops." R.I.P. Pops. I'd love to see him paying tribute to his dad like that. And glad he got to make a big play again. Meanwhile, on defense, Mikaele back to work. And then I think Donovan Poe has cracked the offense. He's just going to run around the edge and chase whoever's got the ball and bring him down.
Yeah, Poe was like the third guy through. They talk about the second back through. He was kind of the third guy tracking things down. But Eric Barrios for Compton would get loose. This was the biggest gain of the night up until that point. And then the Tar Babes go into the passing game. Alan Monroe going to hit Tyler Huffman, who finds a lane for the Tar Babes. Biggest play of the night, and they're going to threaten to get on the scoreboard and break up Poly's shutout in the Moore League so far this season.
Definitely signs of life for Compton in this third quarter, but Johnson racing to the sideline. He's going to be stood up, and then Jalen Duncan coming in with the hit. Poly really eager to keep a donut up on the defensive side. Barrios almost going to get loose here, but Witi Moe is going to make the tackle to set up fourth down as Poly trying to keep Compton out of the end zone. Like I said, Compton willing to do anything to get into the end zone. They're going to throw it. The ball is popped up, and the repo man collects on Thursdays and Fridays. The Stike Ike Mikaele hands with the grab, Tyler, and then the conditioning work to run it back.
Yeah, Ike was all over the place tonight, Mike, and he's going to run his way. A big gain on the return the other way, and then he just basically loses his mind. He's like, I don't need no stinking helmet. I gotta lets out a primal yell. Probably not something you're supposed to do, but yeah, I'm not going to tell him to stop.
Then ATL, Jaden Bridges, coast to coast from Georgia to California. East Coast loves it. West Coast loves it. It's a 73-yard touchdown that's kind of going to put this thing away for good.
I've heard of the Golden Gate Bridge, but not the Golden Dome Bridge, Mike. Sample's going to get in as well. The running game for Poly racked up 228 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground as, the Rabbits were just having a little fun out there.
On defense, trying to sew up that shutout. As I mentioned, they're very invested in that, talked a lot about it. You see the physicality even late in the game, just not wanting to give up anything. And I want to focus 75. That's Wendell Moe. He's 6'4", he's 340. He's been playing both ways. And at the end of the game, he is still just an absolute terror. You can see the emotion pouring out of him. Just let it all out. I mean, this is a tough game for the lineman, and he was playing both ways. The family's loving it. He had a signature game to help Poly win this thing 45-0 and stay perfect on the season.
Yeah, another dominant win for the Jackrabbits. We want to thank our sponsors, including our friends over at Ocean Law Center. Plenty of high school football coverage left in this shortened season. You want all of the coverage. Got to keep it locked right here at the 562.